In the past years, Corey and I have always gone on opening weekend and killed our turkeys. This year, they just were not acting right. I don't know if it was the dry weather, the heat, or what. Anyways, opening weekend was a big fail for us. About the middle of the season, we went down to the river bottom, stayed in the bunkhouse, and hunted turkeys, and it was a blast.
Well, we got home sweet home for the next few days. I'm going to unload a few things, probably throw a sweatshirt on, get the big lens out, and we're going to go hike up top here and try to roost some birds. See where they're hanging out. There's a group, should be over here to my left, and then a group down here to the right. So threw a couple layers on. I'm going to head up top here, overlook this big bottom, try to catch some turkeys head either in the trees or heading to the trees or getting up in them. Listen for some gobbles, see what I see here, and then if I got time, I'm going to jet over to this other spot across the bottom here and see if I can't figure out some birds for Hayden to get after. She'll be down here tomorrow, maybe about 10 o'clock, I would say, mid-morning, and we'll have the rest of the weekend to get after him. Let's cruise up top. Bam. I see one strutter and one hen. There's actually a bunch of strutters down there. There's a Jake strutting up big down behind him. He's out there all by himself. Just gobbled. Well, it's 5:30. It's pretty chilly out, but yeah, the wind's still blowing. Not like I wanted to. I'm looking for my other hat, black hat. I will probably be making my way to the blind here in a second, so. Be a nice chilly morning. Hopefully it's a quick one. They do what they should do.
Okay, so the same turkey that I popped over the ridge. So now what we're doing is Corey jumped across blind. We met back at camp. Now the plan is that that ridge that they were on, the ridge I was on, comes down to a V, like a funnel. They are going, we think they will come down that funnel to roost and all this stuff down here. Show the camera. So what we're doing there now is we're trying to sneak into that drainage without being seen, because they were up on that hillside freaking on their perches watching for us. So we're trying to sneak into that drainage, and we're just gonna wait until they come down it.
We basically ran out of real estate. Unless we can buy some time for the sun to get down behind the hill here, moving the shadows a little bit more, but they're just kind of hanging around. We moved like 5 feet, 10 feet, and then if another turkey pops out, if we get a chance, we'll move a little bit more.
We just got set up on this side hill. I'm talking like this freaking side hill. And we're hoping that they come down this draw. But it's 5:15 and it's a long time before they roost, so. They flew off the ridge like 50 or 70 yards down in front of us, and because we were up on the side of a hill, all I could see was just the top of them trees that were down below us, so I didn't even have a chance to shoot. But they worked their way off, and then I tried to stalk them, but they were gone, and we could still hear them drumming. We could hear one tom spitting and drumming still, but we couldn't see him. So then there was a tom and a hen above us still on the ridge, and the tom was gobbling, but he never came down. And then we decided to leave because we didn't really have any other plays to make. So Friday we hunted turkeys all day, but nothing worked out for us. So then our plan was to head back to the cabin, have dinner, and then head out to roost some birds for the morning.
Your spot looks pretty promising, huh?
His beard's like this big.
Really?
Yeah, it's tiny.
Well, he's a tom.
Yeah, he's probably like a last year's Jake. I wonder if there's any more with him.
Bet.
Oh, there must be a hen because he's...
Yeah.
Oh, he's turned away. Old Bucky out there with a missing feather. Like a bucktooth. As soon as we pull in, we see a tom, and he's fanned out and he's missing a tail feather. So I nicknamed him Bucky. And we roosted him, and then we knew there was 2 other birds in there because we heard them gobble. Our plan was to hunt those birds in the morning. I do not know how that happened. He was 30 yards, an easy chip shot off to my right, and I don't know, I just got turkey fever or something. Missed him once, missed him twice, let him go the 3rd time. Actually, I only had 2 shells in my gun because I didn't think I would need 3. We go back to camp, I'm pouting, I'm crying, I'm a mess, and I'm leaving. Corey's like, just stay for a couple hours, go out by yourself, just see if you can find a mid-afternoon tom, Corey drove me out to the end of the property, dropped me off, and just told me, like, walk back north until you get to the clearing and then just see what happens. So that's what I did. So what happened was I got back here and I sat like, I don't know, maybe like 70 yards that way on a tree when it starts getting open, you know. And I sat down and I was just about to get my calls out and I heard a gobble, but it was over here, like across all this willow crap. And I was like, no way, you know, like that's way, like, there's like, and then I pulled up Onyx and I'm looking like, is there any open flats? And I couldn't see anything. I'm like, there's just that stupid ravine there, you know.
Yeah.
And then, so like, that can't be right. So I sat there for a little while longer. I didn't hear nothing. So I thought, well, let me move up to that tree. That's the tree I looked at. I'm like, I'll move up to that tree. And I got more view of like this stuff here, you know. And it's just 100 yards here from where I missed him this morning.
Yeah, like literally, like that cedar tree.
Yeah, it's right there, yeah. So I get up to this tree and I get like everything situated like I would if, you know, if I called and one was close. So I got all situated and I pulled up my slate and I started calling and so I just sat there and all of a sudden I can hear that and I'm like, oh, he's really close, you know? He's spitting and drumming, I look and he's like from here to like, gee, I don't know, maybe 20 yards, but I wasn't set up to shoot left. My camera was on the left. I wasn't set up to shoot, and he fanned up into view, and then he like had his, you know, his head was like this, and he was like, he melted down. I was like, oh, he freaking sees me, you know, and the sun was kind of just shining on this side of me, of course, the left side, not the right. Bucky. If I had been set up better, I would have killed him. He was following a hen. Man, that would have been redemption if I had shot him. That's the same turkey I missed this morning. Oh, wow. So I quick move my camera, I quick move everything, and I grab my slate, and I call again. And he gobbles, and there's two other turkeys over here, they gobble. And I'm like, well, he's going over there with them, he's gonna follow that hen over there, whatever, I'm screwed. I look over, like out of my peripheral, and I see some movement. I turn, I'm like, oh my God, he's coming back. Sorry, dude. So that Tom that came through here with that hen, he came back to my calls, and I just killed him. So I shot him, like started flapping, and I freaked out. And I was like, see, Corey, that frickin' Frankie doesn't work. Dude, that Benelli is deadly. That Frankie, I'm done with it. You can have it back.
I'll have it back.
Like, well, from now on, Corey's just gonna take the Frankie. I'm taking the Benelli because, oh, that gun, it does shoot, blah, blah, blah. Dude, I've missed 4 turkeys in a row with that sucker. And that Benelli, if I have that Benelli in hand, you better not get within a deadly circle of me, otherwise guess what? You're gonna meet your deathbed right here.